guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today I am joined by my giraffe. His name is Henry. This giraffe was actually in my son's room. We renovated his room over the weekend and I didn't know where to put him. So he is here, and then I have the lion that was in his room as well on the floor next to me. I am very festive today, as you guys can see, because I could not let you guys go this season without a holiday look. Of course, every year I have to give you guys at least one. And today I was inspired by a look that I will be wearing for New Year's. So as I always say, follow me on socials because when I'm not here, I am there. You'll be able to see the look I will be wearing for New Year's. And I'm sorry if I keep like doing this. My chair swivels, so I'm just doing this. But for New Year's, I'll be wearing a very glamorous look, and today's makeup look is inspired by that. So if you are new here, or if you have watched a few of my videos but haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. I promise you, you guys won't want to leave. Hit that notification bell so you guys always know when I post. And again, follow me on socials, which I will leave in the description box down below, because when I am not here, I am there. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now that we are all zoomed in, we are ready to get started. So this look is going to be extensive, intensive. I'm throwing all my tips and tricks into the mix because with a holiday glam, you gotta go all out. So first I'm going to prep the face with the NYX Bare With Me facial spray. And of course, always do your skincare before any makeup look because it will help with the longevity of your makeup and the smoothness of your makeup. So my eyebrows, you guys, they need to get done. I have an appointment tomorrow to get them done, but for now we're just gonna have to look at the mess. But I'm gonna start off with an eye primer. This is the Mary Kay eye primer. I have, or had a bunch of eye primers. I recently decluttered my makeup collection and had to throw a couple of them away because they were way past expiration. For this look, I am going to use a eye primer to prime my eyes instead of like a concealer because of the products I will be using on my eyes. I wanted it to be able to last and not crease, and because there's going to be glitter involved, I don't want too much heaviness on the eyes, but I need something to help grip. So eye primers are great. My favorite is the Urban Decay, I forget what it's called, eye potion eye primer. That's my favorite. And then I'm going to set that eye primer with some setting powder. And this is the One Size translucent powder, and with a brush, tap off the excess. I'm just going to set that just to create a smooth base for the eyeshadow that's going to be applied. And because my eyebrows aren't done, this is a very good tip for you guys if you don't have your eyebrows done yet. I'm going to, even though I started on my eyes, I'm actually going to move on to my eyebrows to show you my tips and tricks because I want to be able to carve this out with concealer before I continue. But I wanted to make sure I put the eye primer on first and set it on first before I put any concealer on my eyelids. So for eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil. And because my eyebrows are pretty bushy and crazy, I'm just going to line and create the shape that I want. And just fill in like little hairs, nothing crazy, just because they actually need lots of trimming and maintenance. So I don't want to make them look crazier than what they already are. I'm just going to brush them out, blend that. Then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. This is going to help set the eyebrows and also fill in. It has little fibers in it and help like fill in any other spacey parts that I missed while giving it a slight tint. Taking a concealer, this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this one I try to use a color that's close to my shade just to not make it a crazy bright under eye or brow highlight, because I will highlight with like an eyeshadow later. I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand. Well, weird sounds. And then with a brush, I'm just going to dab into it and carve out the eyebrow. If you want that very sharp look and cleanliness, then yes, go for a lighter concealer. Right now I just want to clean it up, so I'm going to use a concealer that is my shade. And I'm just doing the bottoms for now. So I'll be going into this palette from Jaclyn Hill and Morphe, and this is the Dark Magic palette. So it has dark greens, blacks, like neutral dark colors. But I'm going to be dipping into Temptress, which is a very deep black, and Inside Job, which is a very deep hunter green. Mostly picking up some of the green than the black, but I know this is like kind of scary that we're just dipping straight into a dark color, but I want to go straight into this crease because this is like the only like dark part that I am doing. And I'm kind of just bringing it down just because I'm just creating a base for then the color that I'm going to put on top. But mostly I'm just focusing this blending in the crease, and then I'm going to blend this out. Yes, it looks messy, but trust the process. So with another brush, and this one is a clean brush, I'm just going to go around the edges just to blend and clean that up. Because this is all pretty much we're doing for like the crease. We'll touch up later, but for right now, it's going to stay like this. I'm going to be jumping from palette to palette because I was really trying to find a palette that just had most of these colors, but I just didn't. So I'm going to be jumping from palette to palette. So I have the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, and I love this palette because it has all the colors of the rainbow. But I'm going to be going into this green right here called Hater, and that is what I'm going to put all over my lid. And I'm just going to very lightly like just pack this on. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just need a base color because we will be adding glitter over top. So lately I've actually been doing my complexion first and then eyes later, but because this eye look has darkness and glitter, I want to do my eyes first. That way I can be able to clean off the rest of my face if I have any fallout and not ruin the rest of my makeup. For the presence and laughter, I couldn't sleep late. So with a more small concentrated brush, this is actually the clean brush I was using to blend out the edges. I'm going to use this to focus some color right on the crease. So I'm going to take the same green that I just put on my eyelids and the same dark green from the Morphe palette and just really focus it more on my eyelid and my crease without going anywhere. I really want to just intensify this crease, as this is kind of gonna be like a smoked out type of eye look, like a smoky eye look. And just taking the brush from before and just cleaning this up a little bit more, just blending that out. I'll be using the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to put that right on top of the green shadow on my lid. And I'm going to apply with like this little Q-tip type of thing. And just kind of like rubbing excess on the back of my hand, just picking it up slowly and just dabbing it on. Working one eye at a time because I don't want that to get completely dry and this tackiness go away. So I'm just jumping into this glitter palette from Beauty Creations, but of course I'm going to pick up this green shade right here. Might use my finger because I feel like it might be easier. Yes, definitely stamping into a spot is a lot easier with my finger. So now I'm just gonna let that dry down before I do anything else by touching it, because I do want to smoke out the edges a little bit more, because as you can see on this side, it's a little bit darker than like towards the middle, and I kind of want the whole roundness of it to be smoked out. So I went ahead and did this eye. Now that this is like a little dry, I'm going to fix the smokiness a little bit and just dip into the green, to the two greens that I have been using ever so lightly. So now that I did that, I'm going to clean up these edges because they're driving me nuts seeing them. Using a wipe, I'm actually going to go from the bottom of my eye since I have some glitter down here. And scoop up. And that definitely cleans it. So now, just to make the eyes look a little bit more seamless, we're going to add some eyeliner. So for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Tarte Double Take Liner. I haven't used this eyeliner in so long, and it's like one of my favorites. I think the problem is that I started finding dupes that are a lot cheaper. I've been using those instead. Something I never do is curl my lashes because they naturally go up, but for this video, I'm going to do it. Just going to curl the lashes just a little bit, just so that the lashes can sit well. For lashes today, I'll be using the Lily lashes, and these are in the style Miami Flare. And then I feel like once you add lashes, it just brings it all together. Okay, moving from the eyes into complexion. I will finish up the eyes later. I'm going to do some under eye shadow, but let's do complexion. For primer, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. Foundation, I'll be using the Born This Way Matte Foundation. Put it on my face first. I'm going to be using a sponge. That's another thing. Lately, I've been using a brush to do my foundation, but today I'm feeling more of a sponge. So for concealer, I'll be using two different shades, same concealer, of Hydrating Camo Concealer. One I'm going to use in my skin tone just to conceal a little bit. I did want to color correct, but then I'm kind of like, screw the color correcting. But using a concealer that is your shade will help, you know, cover up some of those dark circles. And then using a lighter shade after, just to help brighten. And I never use a ton of concealer like other people do. I just don't. And now for the light one. I always leave the products I use in the description box, and the shades I am in the description box as well. And I'm going to set that right away. So I'm using the same one size translucent powder. And I'm just gonna leave that like on there while then I do like my bronzer. I guess bake a little bit, if you will. So first I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario bronzer stick, and this is in the shade Medium Dark. Oops, wrong end. This way. And I know you guys, if you guys have been watching my videos as of late or like for a while, you know I was begging to like get this back in stock because my shade was not available for the longest. So I like to put my bronzer like on the cheekbone and then just a little bit down here just to carve this out, and then just around my forehead. And I like to blend this out with a like small dense brush instead of a sponge. Like I go in with a sponge after, but at first I like to use, I like to use a brush to blend. And then I'm going to just set it right away with the Makeup by Mario bronzer powder. Just a light hand on this. I said a light hand and then I picked up too much. And then with some more translucent powder, I can't speak. I'm just going to carve this out here. Okay, I'll put that there for now. Going in with some cream blush, I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and this is in the shade Tahiti. It's like kind of like a mauve-y, pinky, dark pinky shade, and I'm just going to stamp that kind of right on top of that bronzer. And I like these cream blushes because they go really well on top of powder, so this is all good. And then to set that, I'll be going in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Rouge Romance palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here called Tempting. So to dust everything off, I'm going to use a powder brush and a little bit of pressed powder in my shade, and I'm just going to take a little bit, dust that, and then just do this. So there's no harsh lines and it's not like a drastic, you know, shade. Okay, now time to finish up the eyes. I'm just going to pick up the dark green shade and run that all over my lower lash line. And then add a mascara to my lower lash line. To make these eyes pop, we're gonna add some highlighter in the inner corners, and this is the LA Colors Highlight in Shine Bright. If there's one thing that you get from the dollar store, it has to be this highlighter. It is so blinding and pigmented, great for the inner corners and for highlighter, which I will be doing in a second. But I just put it on with my finger and it's just there. It's really pretty. I'm just gonna take a little bit with a brush and put that right on top of the blush. And I'm just going to set it all before I do any lip products. So I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Spray. Fan it. And And I just like to do this twice just for extra security. So now for lips, I'm going to go with like a nudie type of color because I hate to go with a bold color and take away from this amazing eye look. So I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Pout Spoken Hot Tea lip liner. Then for lipstick, I'm using the Melina lipstick in Tease. And just to top it off, I'll be going in with this NYX. This is Milky Gloss, and this is in the shade Cookies and Cream or Cookies and Milk. I just love the tone that lip gloss kind of just like gives to the lipstick. So this is the final look. Very intense, very dark, but like super glamorous at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said before, all the products used and the shades I am in will be listed in the description box down below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and like this makeup look, and leave me a comment down below. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you want. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!